Uh, Hello there. You're Emmy, right? You're the 35-year-old granny with no kids? The same Emmy? Am I right?
Excuse me. Can I ask who this is?
Answer me first. What is this? I'm the one who's asking the question. Nobody answers a question with a question. That's super rude.
Well, you're contacting me. Isn't it respectful first state your name? You seem to know perfectly well who I am, but I have no idea who you are. I know better than to start blabbering about my personal information to some stranger.
Yeah, I get it. You old ladies are all the same. Always belly aching about this or that. I'm Mandy. I'm a college student at Stinson Medical College.
A med student at Stinson, really? So you're studying to be a doctor, huh?
You got that right. This med student is in the process of going steady with Mark.
Wait, excuse me? Are you aware that Mark is my husband?
Yeah, I'm perfectly aware. But sorry to say, he's got money and he's all mine now.
So that means he's cheating on me. You're having an affair with a married man.
Please stop with the words like cheating or having an affair. Just sounds so vulgar. We're just two innocent people in love. Just because you're jealous, it gives you no right to be so presumptuous.
All I'm doing is verifying the facts, that's all. Anyway, am I correct in assuming that you and my husband are currently in an illicit relationship?
Yep, that's right. Still don't like how you phrased it, but whatever. I'm really sorry about all this, lady.
You seem so nonchalant about all of this. Is this just your character? It's just the kind of person you are, I suppose.
Well, I guess. People do say I have an outgoing personality, if that's what you're asking. Maybe it's just that I'm younger and more energetic.
Pardon me?
I'm 21 now. Just turned 21 a month ago. As young as they come.
21, huh? Okay, what about it?
What I'm trying to say is that, unlike you, I'm not an over-the-hill 35-year-old woman. I'm young and vibrant. I have way more value than you. That's what I'm saying. Can you refute that?
Yes, I suppose you're right. There are plenty of women like me around. But I'm curious. Don't you feel cheap dating a married man? Someone way older than you?
Feel cheap? What are you talking about?
And you do realize that Mark is 36 years old, right? He's 15 years older than you. Seems like an old man by your standards.
An over 30 guy is no way the same as an over 30 woman. Everyone knows that. Mark is what you call a dandy, attractive, middle-aged gentleman.
You describe Mark as dandy? Attractive, middle-aged gentleman? You're not serious.
Why so surprised?
Kind of weird for me to say, but that tired, out-of-shape guy, an attractive, middle-aged gentleman? Are we talking about the same person? I really can't understand what you young people are thinking these days.
I think that's just a jealous old lady talking. You got to get out more instead of knitting or whatever you do at home. Besides, no matter what you say, it's too late. Your husband, the prestigious doctor, told me he wants to marry me, the vibrant and beautiful girl, 15 years his younger.
Wait, did you just say he's a doctor?
You think I didn't know that he makes in excess of $300,000 a year? And his father has his own medical practice. And obviously, he will be taking over that practice after his father. And he lives in that 3-story building with that huge backyard. And 3-car garage, right? He has his clinic out on the 1st floor.
Where the hell did you get all this information?
My grandfather used to go there regularly when he was sick. years ago. That's the reason I decided to pursue a career in medicine. Was because my grandpa was so enamored by Mark's father that he wanted me to become a doctor like him. I've always maintained good grades, and I think I have the brains for it. I was just able to get in this med school.
I see, but
But to be honest, I don't want to be a doctor. I figured I could just squeak by. Once I get into med school, the guys would clamor for me. Brains and beauty kind of thing. But all that studying, it's getting to be a hassle. There's just so much to learn. That was the mood I was in when I happened to attend one of those matchmaking parties at school. That's where I ran into this dandy doctor with a high annual income. On top of that, he was the son of the doctor that treated my grandfather years ago. I mean, if that's not fate, I don't know what is.
my first thought is, why is a married man attending a matchmaking party?
See? That's what I'm saying. You middle-aged women always nitpick every detail. That's why your husband dropped you.
Mandy, was it? One important thing.
We're really getting off track here. The fact is, Mark and I are in love. So, I would appreciate it if you would just divorce him ASAP.
You two are really being bold here, I have to say. I'm not only talking about you, but also my husband for attending some matchmaking party and seducing a college student.
Seducing, huh? Yeah, well,
I can't very well decide on a divorce over the phone, so I'll contact you later on after I verify it with Mark. Oh yeah, Mandy? There is one thing I must warn you about. I really think you should do a little more research on Mark if I were you.
pardon me?
I don't know how all this came about, but I think you got your wires crossed somewhere along the way.
What are you talking about, lady?
You go on like this, and you will reap the consequences. Your whole life could be jeopardized. Okay, that's all I have to say. I'll contact you later.
Bye, finally! I never thought you would grant that divorce. I guess it couldn't be helped. I bet you broke down and probably wouldn't throw in the towel to the bitter end, right? That's why it took so friggin' long.
Huh? I was all for it from the very start. Actually, I thought the whole thing was settled pretty quickly given the circumstances. It was total chaos. What with getting his parents and relatives involved in the whole mess, I was so darn relieved that the divorce papers went through.
You sure know how to put a brave face on. As long as the divorce is complete, I don't care about the rest. And about having to pay damages or compensation to you or whatever, Mark will take care of all that. We start our lives with a clean slate. If you even think about getting near him, I'll fetch the police on you right away. Just remember that.
I was just gonna say the same thing to you. I guess you simply ignored my warning. Didn't even bother to check up on Mark. I just hope you two will just disappear from my life for good. That's my only desire.
Seriously? I really can't figure you out. We're on completely different wavelengths. Hey, Emmy. Mandy here. Hey, when are you going to move out of that house? You know that 3-story place, Main Street?
Excuse me.
I already terminated my apartment lease. I have to be out of here by the end of the month, which is like tomorrow. I really would like to move in this afternoon. I need to get my stuff over there by the end of the day and start living my dream. A rich wife of a super successful doctor! So I need his ex-wife to pack it up and vacate the premises.
Mandy, I really don't know what you're talking about. It's none of my business whether you marry or not, but shouldn't you give priority to finishing school first?
Ugh, like I said before, I have no interest being a doctor. And besides, now that I'm married to a successful doctor, why work, right? So, I went ahead and quit school. How do you like that?
Wait, you quit school? I'm sure it wasn't easy to get in. Seems a little reckless, don't you think?
I told you, the whole thing is just one big hassle. My husband brings in more than $300,000 annually. Why work? I'm just fine being a housewife, thank you. I couldn't wait to quit that school. It was getting tiresome.
I see. You really got your wires crossed somewhere. You're headed straight toward disaster. I warned you.
What the hell are you talking about? Keep blabbering about that nonsense. What's up with that? Are you okay up there? Hello? Anybody home? Let's cut the crap. I want you out of there today. Do the Vanishing Act. If you don't hurry up and get your ass out of there, I won't be able to take my place as the new landlord's wife.
Tell me, Mandy, why would I move out of my own house? This house has been in my family for years.
Excuse me? Your house? Been in the family? What are you blabbering about?
What a hassle. To borrow your words, Mark has already been forcibly returned to his parents' home back east, and so I suppose I'm the one that has to explain all this to you.
What are you talking about? Forcibly returned? Back east? Where back east? What are you talking about?
Let's set one thing straight right off the bat, shall we? The doctor you keep mentioning? That would be me. And the 3-story home and clinic that you're so fond of? That's my father's place. He built and ran that clinic for years. I will be taking over his practice when the time comes.
Wait, no way!
I talked to Mark and his reasoning is this. He said he lived at that house, but he never said he was a doctor.
Then what does he do? What's Mark's job?
He's currently unemployed.
Excuse me? Unemployed?
He worked at a clothing factory over in the next country for several years, but after marrying me, the factory went bankrupt and he left without a job. Ever since then, he's been without gainful employment.
No, I can't be.
After our divorce, he returned to his parents' place, and in order to pay off the debt to me, he's working several jobs.
Come on! You're making this all up! You are making all up, right?
I'm not making it up. If you doubt what I say, ask your grandfather.
Huh? My grandfather?
Yes, you said your grandfather came to our clinic and he was so taken by the treatment he got that he urged you to go to med school. That's what you said, don't you remember? I also remember an old man that used to come here. I'm sure he'll remember me.
This can't be right. Are you serious?
He's probably extremely angry at you for insulting the doctor's family that he's so respected. What's more, you quit med school. I hear your grandfather paid your tuition and your monthly allowance. I don't know the circumstances, but I would be furious.
This is not happening. Please. I just can't pay this compensation to you. Please. I was receiving a regular allowance from my folks while I was in college. And I've never worked a part-time job in my life. So, could you...
I know you were expecting Mark to pay for all of that, but you want to know the truth, Mandy? It's a tough world out there. You better wake up to the fact.
But I had no idea that... I was only trying to...
I suggest you return home. Work things out with your family first.
I can't do that. I really can't. My folks told me to come back, but my grandpa is there too, and I really can't handle him right at the moment.
We talked about this through our lawyer. This is no joke, Mandy. It's not about you simply getting a slap on the wrist. Can't you get that through your pretty little head?
But what am I supposed to do?
You're gonna pay that compensation. The amount we agreed on through our lawyer, your folks agreed on it too. So, pull up your socks, grit your teeth, and bear it.
I just don't have that kind of money.
If you have any other comments, please refer to my lawyer.
I'm completely broke. What do you want from me?
Goodbye, Mandy. She mistook my husband for a doctor and stole him away from me. I really don't mind that part, to be honest. As a matter of fact, I was contemplating divorce for years. I tried to warn her, but she was so obsessed with being a rich doctor's wife that she would not listen. She was so infatuated with being a rich wife, she even quit school for God's sake. She had the brains to get into med school. Such a waste. I suppose being smart doesn't automatically mean a person has common sense. I heard that her grandfather paid for the damages on her behalf, but he's making her pay every cent back along with the tuition that he paid so far. He apparently introduced her to a live-in job as a cleaning lady for some rich family. She said she never worked a day in her life, so I can imagine how tough it will be on her. But maybe it's the perfect medicine for her. She's still young, and I hate to admit it, smart. She'll get through it somehow.
Hi, honey. Are you coming to visit me today? I've been feeling lonely lately since you haven't visited for a few days. I really miss the kids too. I really want to see them. Also, honey, do you remember that Italian restaurant down the road? I really miss their soup. Could you bring them for me?
I can't take the kids to see you today. They're with my mom. They seem really happy there, so I don't really want to bring them to you. I don't really want to ruin their mood by taking them to visit you. You don't even look like their mom anymore. It's frustrating.
You know I've been really sick. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to get better.
Right, you always say that, but I'm tired of it. You don't even feel like that woman that I chose to marry anymore. You're so sickly nowadays. You don't even look that good anymore. Honestly, it's kind of a turn-off for me. You don't even have time to take care of me anymore. I had to ask my mom to pack my lunch and do my laundry, even with cleaning the house. Do you know how old my mom is? She shouldn't even be doing all these hard works anymore. You should be. After all, you agreed on that when you married me.
Paul, you know how sick I am. The doctor said that I can't go anywhere for 2 weeks, and it's best that I'm hospitalized so that I would get better. I didn't choose to be sick. I'm trying my best to recover as well. Give me time. Once I get better, I'll be just like your wife again and the mom to our kids. I'm really trying. Plus, is that how you view me as a wife? Just someone who cooks and cleans for you? That's insulting. I am the mother of your children.
Well, sucks to be me. I guess this is just my fate. My folks are out there having the best time being married, posting photos on Facebook, going on vacation with their sexy-looking wives. And here you are, just stuck in hospital bed. It's like I'm dating an old woman or something. I'm stuck here expecting my wife to get better over and over again. It's tiring. My luck is so bad. I feel so sorry for myself. I don't deserve this at all. I can't visit you today. I don't feel like it. Maybe another day. I'm going to visit someone today with the kids and my mom.
Who are you visiting?
I'm assuming you're still stuck in that hospital. My poor son, Paul. What did he ever do to you that he deserves to be treated this way? How long are you even going to be there? Stop pretending and go home. I'm starting to believe this is just a sick lie you're making up so you don't have to do housework and take care of the kids.
Hi, Maria. The doctor said I have to be hospitalized for 2 weeks. They want me close so they can easily monitor my health. They did tell me that I'm making an improvement. I'm shocked that you're accusing me of lying and faking my sickness. There's no way I would want to be away from home from my husband and my kids on purpose. You know how much I love them. What you said is very insulting.
Yeah. You know I feel so bad for you if you were just some random woman I know. Young age, got hit,
Sick, can't do anything freely. Yeah, sad story. But I don't feel any ounce of pity for you because of what you have done to my son. That poor boy is suffering because of you. He can't even bring his own lunch and his laundry is piling up thanks to you. Do you know how hard it has been for that poor boy? My poor son should be out there hanging out with his friends, doing his favorite hobbies, going to the bar for cold beer. But instead, he has to be stuck at home and take care of his kids because of you. Maria, you know this isn't what I want either. I didn't ask to be sick. I've been trying so hard to recover. I know you worry a lot about Paul, but do you ever think about how I feel? Especially when you're saying these things to me? It's awful. And he didn't ask for a sick wife either. So how's that fair for him? And those poor kids, they never get to see their mother anymore, and they shouldn't be. Young kids should be seeing an energetic mother, not a sick one stuck in a hospital bed looking like she's dying. That's traumatizing for them. Paul said the kids are with you. How are they doing? Can you send me some photos? I miss them so much. I would love for them to visit. Enough with that. You don't deserve to see the kids. You haven't been a mom to them with everything that has been going on. Look, there's something I need you to do. Clearly you haven't been a great mother and wife. You should already get the hint of what you should be doing next. What is it? This is so sudden. I need you to divorce Paul. What? What are you even talking about? Where does this even come from and why am I hearing it from you? It's simple. Let's not make a drama out of it and let's not overreact. You don't deserve Paul at all. I already said it. You haven't been a great wife to him and he deserves better. Divorce is the only answer. There's someone out there that would fit him better. Someone richer and classier. She deserves Paul and I know she can give him a good life. Maria, this is crazy. You don't have the right to tell me what I should do with my marriage. Are you seriously asking me to divorce my husband so that he can go and marry someone else? Sorry, Maria, but I don't want to be having this conversation with you. In fact, this conversation should only be between me and my husband. You shouldn't be making a decision for the both of us. Where are you, Paul? I've been out of the hospital and I have yet to see you. I have to drive myself to my dad's funeral. How could you do this to me? I nearly got into an accident because I'm still unwell to even be driving. I need you the most today and you're nowhere to be found. Do the kids even know that your grandpa has passed away?
Why are you complaining? Did you know how hard it is for me when you were hospitalized? I'm sure you can get your way around. The kids don't have to know about their grandfather passing away. Enough traumatizing them. You being in the hospital was hard enough for them. Now you want to tell them someone else died? Always known that you were a terrible mother, but you're getting out of hand. Maybe all those drugs in your body are making you crazy.
Harder than losing your own father and having to drive yourself to the funeral because your husband wasn't there? I don't know what is up with you and your mom, but you guys have been insulting me non-stop. You don't even give me a chance to breathe and take in the news of my father's death before it's starting to insult me again. If you don't have anything nice to say to me, then you don't have to talk to me. I'll deal with the funeral myself. I'll see you after.
Don't be so dramatic, Diane. Life wasn't so easy for me either.
You are being absolutely horrible to me. I can't believe it.
Where the hell are you? Why aren't you home? Why haven't you cleaned and cooked anything? I'm starving. I don't have to keep on reminding you on what it's like to be a wife.
Paul, I'm at my late father's house. I have a lot of things to take care of. I'm his only daughter. I'll come home as soon as I'm done with everything. Could you order a takeout for you and the kids, please?
Why do you keep on pretending like you're not my wife? Have you forgotten about all your responsibilities?
Paul, I'm not forgetting my responsibilities. I'm just still trying to wrap around my head on my father's death. There are a lot of things to process and take care of even after the funeral. Give me time, I'm trying.
Trying. That's all you ever say. I'm starting to realize that I made a mistake marrying you. I mean, look at you. You barely made it to college. You didn't even finish it. I should have looked for someone classier and more educated.
Are you joking? The reason why I couldn't finish college is because you got me pregnant.
Here we go again. I guess you're going to keep bringing them up until you die. It was all a mistake. You seduced me anyway. I never wanted to marry you.
Oh, great. I seduced you. I don't have time for this conversation, Paul. I'll talk to you after I'm done with this. What the hell are you doing? I just got a call from my bank on the huge transfers of my money to your account that I didn't even do. Why are you doing this without my permission? Are you crazy?
Oh, come on, Diane. Your money is my money too. At this point, I deserve it more than you do with how hard I had it since you were sick. Just give them all to me. A woman like you shouldn't be saving too much money. God knows what you will do with those money behind my back.
Are you out of your mind? Those are the money I saved for the kids to go to college. Those are the money that I saved by working extra hours, by working different jobs because I didn't want to burden you. You have no say on who deserves that money. It's mine.
I can take care of the kids better than you do. You don't deserve those money. Oh, and now that we're talking about it, you can never see the kids again. You're not fit to be a mother.
What the hell are you talking about? You can't stop me from seeing my kids. That is illegal. They're my biological children. They need their mother.
Yes, I can. Once I prove to court that you're not suitable to be a mother, you will lose full custody of them. How different are you from a drug addict considering how much medicine you have taken in since you got sick?
Are you out of your mind?
It's over, Diane. I'm divorcing you and you don't have a say in it. I've sent all of your clothes to your late father's house. Don't even come to this house ever again, and don't you dare to get close to the kids. You do that and I'll call the police.
You can't just divorce me like that and take my kids away from me. My kids are my everything. I don't care if you don't want me anymore, but you cannot take away my kids.
I can. I definitely can, and if you don't stop acting crazy, I'm going to get a restraining order on you, and you will regret it forever. I'm marrying someone else, and this woman is a better fit to be their mother than you are. They will forget you in no time.
Fine then, Paul. Let's get divorced. Sure. Why not, right? What good is it for me to stay with a mommy boy like you anyway? Let's get divorced, but not so fast and easy, of course. You have to pay for the alimony. You can't escape that. The court will ask you to do the same. So thank you in advance for all those money you're about to give me.
You crazy bitch.
Ha ha. Finally, my dream has come true. I'm so happy my lovely son divorced you. Good thing he knows his worth. I'm glad you must be so happy. I'm pretty sure it has always been your dream to ruin our marriage ever since you got me pregnant. That was your own fault. You should have gotten knocked up, but you were out there seducing him. Boys will always be boys, but you as a woman should at least have dignity left. Boys will always be boys? No wonder Paul turned out to be the way that he is. It's you who had been raising him into thinking he's entitled to everything in this world. Say what you want to say. I can put all of that behind now that my son will be marrying a girl of our dreams. One that is classier, more educated, and richer than you will ever be. Your kids will eventually stop looking at you as their mother. My goodness me, the good time has finally arrived. I knew it. It was your dream to replace me. Now you're also involving my kids. You will not get away with this. One day, Maria, one day. You have nothing now, Diane. You can no longer depend on Paul. You're out on your own now. I'll be fine, Maria, thanks to my father who has left me all of his fortunes. What the hell is going on? What are you exposing our kids to? I just saw the news. Even our kids are on it. I don't care if you're marrying some OnlyFans curator or whatever, but what makes you think you have the right to get someone like that close to my kids? They're going to be very traumatized by this.
Don't know what you're talking about. Those photos, they weren't meant to be out in the media. Those must be fake. My wife is a wonderful and a classy woman. Everything must have been a mistake.
I don't care. The kids called me crying earlier because they told me that they're being made fun of at school because of those leaks. Their friends have all seen it. That's it, Paul. I'm not letting this slide anymore. I'll see you in court. I'm taking my kids back. You're not the right fit to take care of them. A stepmom like that? Over my dead body?
This is ridiculous. You can't take care of the kids. My wife will make this right. She will sue those people who leaked those fake photos, and I will get the court permission to have the kids again. It is all a lie. She's a respectful woman.
Seems like you're still trying hard to convince yourself that your so-called rich wife is actually an online cam girl. Poor thing, all those chases for money is no longer worth it, huh?
You don't know anything, Diane. You only want to ruin my life. You don't even have jobs or money. You are not a better person than I am.
If only you learned to pay a little bit more attention to me in my life, perhaps you wouldn't make such rushed decisions. You don't have to worry. I can take care of my kids. I don't even need your money at all. You can keep to yourself. My father has left me enough for me to take care of myself and my kids for the rest of our lives. Hello, Diane. What is it, Maria? What else am I doing wrong? I made a mistake. You are the right person for my son, Paul. I shouldn't have asked him to divorce you. Well, what a surprise. I assume it took you a lot of time to gather that pride and talk to me again after the insults you have thrown to me in the past. It was all a misjudgment. It wasn't a misjudgment. We both know that. You meant everything that you have said to me. You hated me and wanted me away because you didn't see any values in me. You were chasing money all along, but now you're more wrong than ever since your rich daughter-in-law is all over the news for her leaks.
Diane, the kids need their father. You can't raise them on your own. You will take something away from their lives if you do that. Get back with Paul and let them live a normal life. They need both parents.
Don't tell me how to raise my kids. Stay away from them. I'm capable of giving them a normal life as a single mom. They're happier with me than they will ever be with you and Paul. I will not ever let my kids close to any of you, even Paul. I don't care if he's the father. He has never acted like one anyway.
So you care more about the past and the future of your kids' development?
No. I care a lot about my kids to know that you and Paul are hungry money people who will only ruin them for your own good. You are only starting to see the worth in me because you know how successful I am now. I'm not an idiot. Unless you have something better to say, never talk to me again.
Hey, Diane, how are you and the kids doing?
We're doing fine, better than ever.
That's good to know. I saw on the news that you also took ownership of his hotels. That's so great for you.
Thank you. I'm busy now.
Diane, I have a favor to ask. Please.
You're kidding.
I'm not. Look, I know I was a horrible husband to you and I deserve all the horrible things that happened to me.
What is it that you want, Paul?
Could you please lend me some money? My wife, she had a fallout after the leak and lost her viewers. I have stopped working for a while because I thought she could afford the lives for both of us. We're struggling now. Please, Diane, I'm still the father to your children. You were right, I was wrong. I thought she was a businesswoman. That's what my mom told me. I just wanted a good life. I didn't know that she lied about it. Now everyone has seen her videos and figured out her actual career. I can't even face anyone.
Well, Paul, I'm so sorry to hear about your unfortunate life, but it has nothing to do with me anymore. I wish I cared enough about what you're going through, but I really don't. Perhaps my heart has hardened from those times I spent with your abusive self.
No, I've changed, Diane. I'm no longer that guy.
Well, it's too late. I've changed too. I no longer need you around. Get away from me.
Please, Diane. I'm too embarrassed to even go out and show my face to people. This is all my mom's fault, Diane. You know how much she tried to break us apart from the beginning. I will not be brainwashed by her anymore.
Take responsibility for your own doing, Paul. You're a grown man. I agree that your mom is a witch, but you're a grown adult and you should know better than to drop your wife for whoever is richer and put your kids in a horrible situation. You're a terrible father. Please don't ever talk to me and the kids ever again. You're dead to me. Paul finally realized how big of a mistake he made by leaving Diane for someone who he thought was richer and better for him. He blamed his mother, Maria, most of the times as he believed she brainwashed him into the divorce. He shortly stopped talking to his mother completely and moved out in a small apartment with his wife. He tried to be a better husband to his current wife in hope that he wouldn't be making the same mistake as he did with Diane. On the other hand, Diane had realized how happy she actually was without Paul and how capable she was on being their mother without the help of her ex-husband. She took over her father's hotel and soon became just as successful as her late father.